Hey guys, what's up? I'm Heyman. Welcome back to this channel. So guys, in this video I'm going to talk about how you can deploy any Node.js application in Heroku in seconds. Guys, this video is definitely going to help you if you really want to deploy your application in Heroku. So please stick with me and watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Alright guys, so this is a very basic drawing app I have created in Node.js with the help of p5.js. So our main motto here is to deploy this app in Heroku so that it will be available for public use. Okay, so I'll be demoing this thing in my local first, and after that we'll proceed further. Fine. Okay, so in order to start the server, we need to open the terminal. So in order to open the terminal, I'll just drag this thing from the bottom and it'll open the terminal. All right, so fine, now I'm going to start the server, local server. In order to start the server, I just need to type node index.js. Fine. So now the question is, why am I using index.js here? What is the reason behind it? So if you look at this index.js file, I'm creating the server with the help of Express. Fine. Okay, so now hit enter and it is complaining cannot find module Express. That means I'm using Express package here, but I haven't installed that package. Fine. So in order to install the package, you just need to type npm and I. Why? If you look at package.json, what this command would do, it'll see all the dependencies here in package.json file and install all the dependency. Fine. So as of now, I can see only Express, only one dependency here. So it will download or install only Express. Hit enter, and yeah, it got downloaded. Fine. Now you refresh it and see node modules. All the modules, all the dependent modules in the hierarchy got downloaded. Cool. Okay. So now type it again and node index.js. It is okay. Server got started. I have just printed this listening to port 3000 from here. It is coming from here. Got it. Okay. Now let's go and in 3000 port, just hit enter. Here we go. This is our application, guys. This is what our application is doing, and it is running in the local as of now, but soon we are going to deploy this thing in Heroku so that it will be available for public use. This is pretty cool. In 1 minute you can deploy this app in Heroku so that it can be used by public. Fine. If I press longer, then it will do like that. Cool. And lighter, I'm just sliding and it is printing like that. Cool. This is pretty cool, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to the console. I am just stopping the server. I just stopped the server. Now clear this off. Okay, let's go through this project directory. What is our apps file and what we are going to deploy in our Heroku server. Cool. So first thing is package.json. This is Node.js metadata file. This is mandatory obviously for all Node.js project. Index.js is where we are creating the server and defining all the routes. Fine. So as soon I entered localhost and using 3000 port, then it is serving me this index.html file. Let's look at what is inside index.html. I should do this. Okay, fine. I'm just removing head from here right now. Fine. So in this script tag, I'm just using the CDN. I'm not using the minified version of p5.js. It's okay for the testing purpose. We can use the CDN version of p5.js, and I'm just including sketch.js file, which is the main file for our core logic here. This is the logic which is kind of drawing all the things what we have seen in our app in the local server when we started, right? So this is using p5.js library, and we are writing all the logics in this file. Cool. And git ignore, you know about this git ignore. I'm not going to deploy this these folders and this file in the git. That's why I have written this here. And yeah, That's cool. That's pretty much it, right? So we need to deploy this thing. Okay guys, so finally we are here. Now we'll be deploying this app in Heroku and we'll be seeing the deployment process in detail. Cool. Okay, so first thing first, now, okay, you just need to create free account in Heroku. Just fill this form and create your free account. Fine. Okay, and now after that, when you type here and go to Heroku, heroku.com, this is the official website they have. And if you see the documentation is very great. You just need to follow this documentation to deploy this app, nothing to worry about. And when you go to this deploying with Git, and you'll find that okay, everything is documented step by step. So all you need to do is first you need to install all the prerequisite. Git, obviously you know how to install, and I'm not going into detail and this, just focusing on this Heroku CLI installation as of now. Just check if Git is not installed, then you can install the Git. But most important thing, you need to if you are using Mac, then you can type this command in your console. If you are using Windows, then you can use these installers. Fine. For Linux, these are the commands you can use to install CLI. So see, this Heroku CLI would be very helpful when you directly dealing from the console. You can directly log into Heroku from your console, and you can provide some command and deploying command directly from the console. So it is very handy in that sense. So you just need to install. We'll look into it in detail when we are typing commands and directly dealing from the console. Cool. Once you install it, I have already installed it, then that's why I'm not going to install this. I'm not executing this macOS command, but you should install it. Okay, once you successfully install this Heroku CLI, then we are good to go. Okay guys, I'm hoping you have successfully installed Heroku CLI application. Now it is time to prepare a Git branch in my local. Fine. Now if you can see here, I'm working on master branch as of now. Let's prepare this. Now all you have to do is git add. So it will add all the directories and packages in your Git local repository. Now you need to commit this thing with a message, first commit, or any message. Fine. Okay, since I have already prepared this Git branch in my local and added some and modified something, so that's why it's coming like that. Otherwise for you it should add all the files, whichever is not mentioning here in Git ignore. Cool. I have committed as well. Now you need to log in Heroku login. So because of this Heroku CLI application, it will directly communicate with your Heroku application, Heroku server. Okay, now I'm hitting enter. It will open the CLI application, and once I log in, it will not ask me again since I have already provided my username and password. Maybe for you, it will ask for the credential. You need to provide your username and password, which you at the time of sign up you created that, right? Okay. After you successfully logged in Heroku account, you can create an application with the help of this command. Fine. Now you need to type your application name. As of now, I am typing S developer tricks 1 2 maybe 1 2 3 4. Cool. This is my application name, remember that. Okay guys, if you see, this is my application URL and this is my Git repository, which is directly associated with this URL, application URL. Fine. Okay, now the most important thing comes, guys. Please listen to it carefully. Now you edit all the files, whatever files you want to deploy. Fine. Now you prepare your local branch. I'm just preparing the master branch here. If you can look at it, I committed all the things added here in this step in this master branch. Fine. Now you add this master branch, deploy this master branch here in this Git repository. Fine. In this Git remote. So now you need to make sure that in your local the remote is set correctly. Git remote is set correctly. In order to check or verify what is the current Git remote you have set in your local, so for that you need to type git remote -v I would say. from this command you get to know, okay, which is the remote currently is being set. Okay guys, if you see here, this is the current git remote URL. Fine. Now this is little different from this one. So what we need to do, we need to set our git remote URL from this to this one. Fine. So in order to do that, you need to set Heroku git remote, and you can type your application name directly from this command. You can directly set your current git remote to this one. Now let's verify this. Git remote -b. If you check here, this is the remote. Okay, yeah, this is same. Okay guys, now everything is set. Your remote is set, your master branch is prepared and in sync. Whatever the latest code you want to check in, it's in master branch, already committed. Now you need to push this master branch to this one, to this remote. Fine. And this remote name is Heroku. Fine. So what you need to do is git push and this one Heroku. Fine. Heroku. You want to push master branch to this one. Fine. Okay, now it's deploying, pushing this thing to master branch to Heroku branch. Heroku. Fine. Now it's performing some actions there while deploying. Build succeeded. You can see the logs as well. Okay, now if you see verifying deploying done, if you look at here, this is the deployed URL. Okay, let's test this thing. So if you hit the URL, alright guys, after accessing the application URL, we are getting application error, which is expected. So now let's understand why this application error is coming. Fine, let's go back to console. Okay, if you remember how we started this application in localhost, we just typed node index.js because we know that index.js is the starting point where our complete server thing we created from with the help of Express. Alright guys, if you remember how we started this app in our local server, we use index.js, right? Okay guys, now the question is how this Heroku platform will get to know which one is the starting point in this app. Fine. In our local host, we know that index.js is the starting point because everything is starting from here. We are creating the server here and all. Fine. So Heroku provides a mechanism where you can define all the instructions or commands so that at the time of app start, Heroku know that what all commands need to be executed. Fine. So this is called Procfile. You directly can create Procfile here without any extension guys. It doesn't contain any extension. Fine. Now you can define the process type as web and define the command just like localhost. You type node index.js to start the server. Cool. I'm just saving it again. I am in the console, just removing it. Git add simple, committing this thing. Commit -m added Procfile. Cool. Committing this change. Since we already logged in Heroku, we have already created an app. We have already set remote to our current app. So we don't need to do anything extra except just push this thing master to Heroku. This master which is already committed and in the latest thing. Now this will push to Heroku. Enter it. Now it will do its job. Downloading and installing using, okay, installing dependencies in Heroku. It succeeded. Alright guys, deployment is done. Let's verify this. Now hitting refresh. This is pretty cool, right? Alright guys, now this app is publicly available. You can share this link to your friends, family, anybody. Now let's get back to console and we'll see some other things like renaming the app, deleting the app and all. Okay guys, now let's discuss how we can rename the app. First, let's look at the remote. Okay, as of now, this is the name currently your app contains. Since you are already inside your application, that's why you can directly use Heroku apps rename command. Fine. Now you can write any name. I'm writing dev human. Fine. It is just renaming this thing to this name. Fine. Now you can see the git remote should have been changed. See this one, because I just renamed this thing. I'm not creating a different application. Fine. Okay, now your application URL should be this one, not this one. If I hit this, it will not work. Fine, because we have changed the URL domain. Alright guys, now next thing we'll be discussing how you can delete an app. In free account, you have maximum limit of 5 application. That means only 5 application you can create in your free account. So if you want more application, then you need to delete some other old application which is unused. Fine. So how do we do that? So you need to go to Heroku website and logged in your account. You see all the applications here, whatever you created. Okay, you'll be seeing all the applications currently you have. Fine. Now let's say you have to delete this application. Go to settings, and at the bottom you'll find this option, delete app. You need to repeat this thing, copy and paste, and delete app. Now you have 3, and again you want to delete this app. Go to setting, and this again, delete app. Again you need to copy and paste this for the confirmation, and delete app. Okay, so that's how you can delete the app. Cool. Okay guys, let me summarize this step for you. First, you need to create an account in Heroku. Fine. Second, you need to install Heroku CLI application. Next, you need to add and commit the changes in your local branch. Next thing, you need to log in Heroku through your CLI. Next, you need to create an application. Next, set the git remote URL in your local. Next, push the changes in the git repository, which is directly associated with your application. That's it for today guys. I hope you like this video. I have provided some links in the description down below. You can check that out. If you have any query and suggestions, please comment it down below. I'll be happy to reply. So guys, if you like this video, please don't forget to click on like button, and if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Till then, bye bye, see you in the next video.